Hello and a warm welcome to everybody. My name is Bharat Gothoskar. I happen to be the founder of the company, and along with me is Parvez, who is going to host you guys in Uzbekistan. Um, this session is being recorded so that those who cannot attend this session, this will be sent across to all those people. So it is easy for them to understand, right? So I'll introduce Parvez slightly later into the presentation. This tour is the second tour for this season. We already have a full house for the first Uzbek tour. This is the second one, which is starting at the end of October, right? Those who are not aware what Khaki Tours is about, we started about a decade back as a walking tour company. We have gone strength to strength and now doing international tours for the last 5, 6 years, and quite successful in that because majority of what we people who come with us come because of word of mouth. They have spoken to somebody who has been hosted in the past internationally somewhere. Yeah. We have a stellar track record in Mumbai. As of today evening, 7,793 reviews are there, out of which only 0.15% people have said they are unsatisfied with us. And out of those 12 not so good reviews, majority are that we couldn't show them ghosts in a ghost walk, yeah, which was not the promise in the start of the walk anyway. But how are we different in terms of what we offer, right? So to understand how are we different, we need to understand what is a typical Indian group tour. Yeah. Uh, First of all, they only serve you Indian food. Uh, you are in large groups, anywhere between 40 to 57, and there is what they call sightseeing with little insights into what the country is about. You only go for Instagram worthy photographs. We do none of this. Yeah. So we are outlier in the Indian tourism industry. And who should travel with us? Not should not be everybody, but those first you have to be curious to know more about the country that you are going to visit. You should have an open mind to assimilate what the information is going to come, ability to mingle because of course it's a group tour, yeah, and most importantly time management because we are as fast as the slowest person in the group. So keeping all this in mind, these are the people whom we uh, encourage to participate in our tours. Some of you have asked why are flights not included in the costing? We give separate costing because people can land from any corner of the world, right? Literally. And so first is you can upgrade your class, which is there. You can extend your stay. You can do come earlier, you can leave later. And if we club it together, then you will have to pay GST and TCS on the entire package. As compared to that, flights can be booked directly. Yeah. So that makes a difference. Why should you travel with Khaki? First is the GIT versus FIT concept that we have. Those who are not from the tourism industry, GIT means group inclusive traveler, which means everything is taken care of. Yeah, food, travel, other than shopping, everything is taken care of. And there is but there's a standard time on what you do things. As compared to that, there's a concept called FIT, free independent traveler. What does that mean is you have the choice to choose what you want. Now we are a bit of GIT and bit of FIT, which essentially means that in the daytime and to sleep in the night, we are together as in the same hotel. That's how you get better rates. And when you travel around, in the daytime you can share the expenses of travel, you can share the expenses of the guide, yeah, and in the evening you are free to explore the city on your own at your own pace, which means somebody might want to shop first and then eat, somebody would like to eat first and then shop, some would like to go and taste local wines, somebody would prefer to just have a small meal, soup and a salad, while somebody wants to have a very hearty dinner. So you have the option of doing that. I could have easily included each of these meals, added about $10 to $15, and made it easy. But then you won't explore the city. you will be able to make groups. If you are alone, don't worry. Parvez will be more than happy to show you where are the nearest restaurants, and we give a whole guide which is there. So not a problem at all. We tend to do offbeat stuff. We are going to Khiva in Uzbekistan. Rarely do Indian travel companies take people to Khiva because it is a bit out of the way. And we have a local expert guide. Uh, Interestingly, you have like-minded people with you. I'm not looking down on anybody, but many a times Indian group tours, you might end up with a person who might not be interested in history, heritage, culture, art. Here, mostly evolved travelers come and they come through word of mouth. So you have to keep that in mind. We have already been doing tours to Turkey, to Egypt, Georgia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan. We have done to Ladakh in the past, Vietnam, and Cambodia, and more are coming up. So this is our sixth. Sorry, this is our seventh tour to Uzbekistan, which is going to happen, right? And there are more countries coming up immediately. There are trips. Indonesia is already full. Two Jordans are full, but there is a Diwali Jordan and a Diwali Egypt, which is open right now. Yeah, in addition to this tour that we are talking about, and you have Morocco, Greece, Korea, and Sri Lanka and Japan coming up soon. Yeah, so these are the kind of countries that we will be catering to. Your host will be Parvez. I'll ask Parvez to introduce himself. Very, very jovial man. Parvez, you are there? Parvez, you're on mute. I think so. Parvez is having some problem. I'll ask him to unmute himself slightly later if he cannot do it right now. But very a jovial man. He has been hosting walks for Khaki for a long, long time. And he's a public relations professional. Last, before retirement, worked for Mazgaon Docks and loves to travel. He has been to Uzbekistan twice before, and yeah, really enjoys walking around in the city. Yeah, he also happens to be a Pantaki, or as his name says, which means he's a priest. So today he literally rushed from the Agyari in time, but he ensured that he has a bath before joining you guys. Yeah. So so he currently resides in Tardev, and his Agyari is in Fort. Yeah, the oldest Agyari in the city, surviving Agyari in the city. Anyway, uh, Parvez will unmute himself slightly later and introduce himself at the end of the discussion, right? So let's deep dive into Ultimate Uzbek. Yeah. Um, why Uzbekistan? Great heritage, diversity of heritage, landscapes, very dramatic landscapes from deserts to rivers to mountains. Yeah. A very strong India connection, and of course, great food. Uh, how is our Uzbekistan tour different from what other people are doing? First of all, we provide reading material for making history palatable. We don't give boring lectures. Yeah. Uh, we try to be as chronological as possible at a particular location. We make it simple for you to understand, but for those who want, we can get into depth, which means um, introduction to a particular site or whatever will be given with historical references in a storytelling format. Once it is over, yeah, then what you will end up doing is very simple. Yeah, you will after everything is over, you can ask the person more questions, the guide who is there, so he can get into details, right? Next is in terms of handy guide. Yeah, so you can see we give a PDF which is readable on your mobile. You don't need to print it. Yeah, very easy to read, which will tell you everything about the local cuisine, the local history, and each and every site that you're going to go with maps showing you where are the restaurants and things like that. So this is a very thought through thing which makes it very easy for people to read, right? And then most importantly, in terms of time zone, it's only half an hour behind us, so not so difficult to communicate with your loved ones. Yeah, so we will try to have a 6, 7, 8 rule, not on all days, but some days we might, so that we can move early, right? Okay. So these are the recommended flights. We leave Mumbai at 5:40 and land at 9:10 in Tashkent, and then we have a 4 hours 40 minutes layover in between. You can have your lunch there, and at 1:45 p.m. Tashkent time is when we fly to Urgench, the other end of Uzbekistan, the western end of Uzbekistan. Tashkent is to the eastern end. And while coming back, we would have come back to Tashkent by road, and we fly back and land at 4:10 in the morning. Now, there are only 2 days when flights are there between Mumbai and Tashkent. So you can either start on a Tuesday or a Thursday, I think so. Yeah, in addition to that. So you're chosen a Tuesday, so you go on a Tuesday and you end up coming back on a Tuesday. So, sorry. See, so weather Khiva will be slightly colder than rest of the country. Yeah, so 5 to 19 degrees is what it will be. It will be more like a North Indian winter, right? And Samarkand and Tashkent will be comparatively warmer, but this is indicative only. Yeah. Um, let's start with the itinerary because this is on the Silk Route. So we start with the Silk Route imagery. We have already hosted over 100 guests in Uzbekistan. And what are they saying? Sachin, who is a journalist and a quizzer, says it is life changing for him to see the kind of connections that India had with Uzbekistan. Naveen said Uzbekistan just takes your breath away. Monica, who happens to be a dentist, yeah, said it was all about the co-travelers and the strong links with India. And Pratik says very, very simple memories of a lifetime. So you can really see the kind of views people are showing about our tour to Uzbekistan. So just to show you the map, you land in Tashkent. From Tashkent, you fly to Urgench, which is the nearest city to Khiva, where we are going to do. And then from Khiva by land, we'll be coming to Bukhara, Bukhara to Samarkand, and Samarkand to Tashkent. So this gives you an idea the kind of distances we are going to travel in this lovely country, right? So day one, it's Tuesday. We land in Tashkent and fly to Urgench, right? We meet at around 2:30 a.m. outside T2. Parvez will be there to help you out. And then we are going to fly over the Hindu Kush mountains. Yeah, these are the views. It might be starting to snow at that point of time, but there will be snow over the Hindu Kush. Beautiful, snowy mountains before you land in Uzbekistan on the other side. So we take the connecting flight, and from Urgench to Khiva, which is a city in the desert, it is about a 50-minute ride from the airport to the walled city, right? And we are going to stay right inside the fort in a 200-year-old madrasa which has been restored. Yeah, we are not staying in a hotel. We are staying in a heritage hotel. Yeah, where we stay inside cells which are essentially now rooms which are meant for students to stay and study Quran. Yeah, this is there are hardly any active madrasas. There's one in Samarkand, sorry, one in Bukhara and one in Tashkent. Other than that, all madrasas have been closed and been converted into something. So this is now a hotel. And next day we are going to explore Khiva. Yeah. The first day there are no meals included because by the time we reach it is evening, and we'll recommend which restaurants to eat in. Yeah. Sorry. What you see right behind is your hotel. Yeah. To the right, this what I'm showing is your hotel. Yeah. And this is the Kolta Minar. Yeah. Which is just outside. And this is the western gate of the city, which is known as Otta Darwaza or the big gate. So you come from here, and we are going to do in the morning. We are starting late because you have traveled the previous day. We started about 10 o'clock, and we walk around. We walk barely 400 meters in the entire time, but it's great time. So you're going to see the main gate, you're going to see your hotel itself to understand, and the minar attached to it, the unfinished minar, as they say. And then we are going to see the Kunya Ark, yeah, which is the older palace. Yeah, it's a citadel and lovingly restored, to see how the kings and his family used to stay here. Yeah, so that is what you're going to see. It's almost like it's a living fort, so it is very similar to what Jaisalmer is today, right? So it's like staying inside Jaisalmer. Imagine you're not outside looking at the fort, you are inside the fort when you are staying. So you can, literally walk around in the night. It's a very safe place. We are going to have lunch in a place called Mirza Boshi, where a traditional lunch, Khiva style, will be served to you. Then we rest in the afternoon, yeah, and in the evening, at around 4 o'clock, yeah, we will again start walking. So you get some siesta time in the afternoon, and in the evening we walk around to see the Palwan Mahmud's tomb, which is there. Juma Mosque, where no two pillars have the same design, yeah, and there's a India connection, a strong India connection here. We also go to see various, hammams and caravansarais and markets before we go to see the Tosh Khawli Palace, to see the Zenana or the women's quarter, how the queens used to stay there and get entertained. And then those who are able will climb up to see the sunset over the fort walls which are there. These are mud walls, and a lovely, as the entire town can be seen from here in a golden light. Yeah. The steps are a bit steep, so if you have knee problem, you can wait downstairs. Those who can will come up. Yeah. And so this, if you can see, is the entire fortification. You can see this is the gate from where you're entering, and this is the entire fort. You can see, bastions on all sides and houses inside. So this is your hotel right at the entrance. Yeah. And next to that is the Kuna Ark or the citadel. Then we are going to see Pelwan Mahmud's mausoleum. Then we have, where I've said M, it is market, madrasa, mosque, hammams, caravansarais, and everything you can think of is here. We just go out and see the other gate, come back again, and then see the Tosh Khawli Palace. Yeah. From here, we'll walk to the Bokcha Darwaza, which is a word we all know, which is Bagicha. But they call it Bokcha because there's a garden outside. So you see the Bokcha Darwaza. Here you climb up on the fort walls. And then while coming back, I will recommend this restaurant called Teresa, which you will have to book in the morning itself. Yeah. It has a lovely terrace, which affords lovely views of all the monuments. And interestingly, just when you start eating, the lights will come up because sun has already set, and a perfect location. You don't have to worry. Wine, beer, everything is available. Yeah. And local spirits also are available. So it's a very magical day which is there. Next day, early in the morning, you can choose to take a morning walk around the entire fort and take photographs of the monuments here. Right. There are many minor museums which you, in the afternoon, if you don't want to sleep, then you can go and see those museums if you want to. Next day morning, at around, we leave at around 8 o'clock after breakfast, and we get into a bus. And we are going to travel all the way to Bukhara. You're going to reach Bukhara at around 3:30 approximately, give or take something. Yeah. All depends on how much time you take for lunch, which you have arranged on the way. Right. So we are going to from Khiva to Bukhara, and on the way we are going to stop to see the legendary Amudarya or the Oxus River. And there's a viewpoint where we do that, which is a coffee break also. And after that, we will be having lunch, and after lunch, we'll reach Bukhara. We are staying in the heart of the city, just the way we are doing in Khiva. We are staying in a hotel called Sharistan, which is right in the heart markets, the main markets of the city, right? Traditionally, which are, and many of these markets are standing for like 500-600 years. So we go there, we rest, check in, rest, and go for a small walk. Yeah. And we start around 6 o'clock in the evening, where we will start with a chai ceremony uh, at a tea house. Yeah, traditional tea house, just the way merchants on the Silk Route would have had tea when they came to the city. So we do that, and then we walk around the various markets. You can see the market to the right. Many of these structures have been standing for 500 years. Yeah. And then we see various mosques and minarets, and we come to a central area which is called the Laibi House. Yeah. And this is the location where we'll be uh, having our dinner on our own, because dinner is not included purposely, so that you can experiment with what you want. We'll tell you where to get vegetarian. So if you're a vegetarian, you need not worry about this. Yeah. Next day, we are going to explore more of Bukhara. We start in the morning with Samanid Mausoleum, which is the oldest Islamic mausoleum in the world, which then lends its template to all the future Muslim monuments which come up, including the Taj Mahal. Yeah. So that is to your left, and to the right is Bolo House, a mosque with a lovely water cistern in front of it, and beautiful pillars with a lot of woodwork and old paint on it. So it's something to be seen. We cross the road from here and enter the Ark of Bukhara. This is like Delhi's Red Fort equivalent for the city, right? Most of it was bombed by the Russians, but it has been now restored. Some parts have been restored. So we'll see the mosque inside. We are going to see there is a darbar, there are two museums, there's a Nizam, there is a Prime Minister's house, and of course, a lot of ruins. Yeah. So we are going to see that. And if you want to try your hands at it, then you should get into the Darbar Hall and dress up as the Sultan and take a photograph if you want. Yeah, that option is available. So this is where your hotel is located. Yeah, this is the Laibi House area. This is the heart of old city. This is the Samanid Mausoleum. This is the Ark and the Bolo House, which I talked about. Yeah. And this is the Kalon Menor, which is right behind your hotel. So all this is very, very walking distance from each other. So you don't have to worry. And very, very safe country. So you need not worry. Then in the evening, we catch a train to go to Samarkand. Yeah. And this is a fast train. This is not a bullet train, but it's a high speed train. Yeah, which is called Afrasiab. And we come to the magical land of Samarkand, right? And we check into a hotel called Medina, which is again in the heart of the city, old city. Yeah. Day 5, it's Saturday. We are going to explore the Golden City. Yeah. We start with the oldest part of the city, which is known as Afrasiab. This is the mound where the Zoroastrians used to rule from. And there are exquisite murals which have been taken out. There's a whole museum dedicated to artifacts which were found in excavation here. So you are going to see the archaeological site, and we are going to see all the murals and all the artifacts, including coffins of Zoroastrians. Yeah. When I say coffins, it doesn't mean bodies are there. All the bones which will be collected of the dead people would be kept in a coffin and kept in a place. So all that is what you are going to see there, including fireplaces where people would cook, divine fireplaces, which essentially are the dadgas. Yeah. And then we go to Shahi Zinda, which is a necropolis with some exquisite tile work. One of the best tile works I have seen is right here, lovingly maintained. From here, we go to Hazrat Khizr, which once was a fire temple, but is now one of the oldest mosques in Central Asia. And we cross over to see the Bibi Khanum Mosque, at one point the largest mosque in Central Asia, built by Amir Timur's wife. Yeah, in her memory, he has built it, called Bibi Khanum. Yeah. Right next to that is the Seo Bazaar, where we are going to have you can buy dry foods, you can buy clothes, lots of stuff, and we have lunch next door, right? So it's a great place. Tashkent is a bit expensive. This is the right place to buy what you want to. And in the evening, we go to Registan Square. All three sides are different madrasas which are lit up. So we reach before it is lit up. We see all the three madrasas and then come out in time for the sound and light show which happens in the evening, right? Next day, we again explore more of Samarkand. We start with Gur Emir, which is Amir Timur's um, resting place, but lovely golden work, which you can see. It's breathtaking, literally breathtaking. And we see Ulugh Beg's observatory. This is the Central Asian version of the Jantar Mantar that we have in Delhi, Mathura, Jaipur. So equivalent of that in Central Asia. Then we go to a place where we see Samarkand paper, the second oldest paper. After China, the first place where paper was made out of mulberry bark is called Samarkand paper. So we go and see it, and you can actually buy products made out of Samarkand paper, including jackets and purses and whatever. Yeah. So it's a crazy place. We also go to a carpet place. So we are going to have lunch here and then go to the carpet factory in the evening, catching a train to Tashkent, right? So just to show you the orientation, this is where the station is. This is where your hotel is located. This is where the Afrasiab mound, yeah, it's almost some 3 square kilometers of archaeological site. Then this is Shahi Zinda. This is the Registan Square. This is the observatory. This is where the paper factory is there. And this is Amir Timur's mausoleum. So this gives you an idea of what is where. It's a larger city than the previous two cities that you have seen, and Tashkent is the largest now. Yeah. So now we catch the train in the evening and land up in Tashkent. We have chosen a hotel called Stay Inn, which is a comfortable modern hotel in a residential area without any lot of noise. It's quite a safe and silent area where there are restaurants and there's a mini mart opposite where you can buy chocolates on the last day before leaving, right? Last day we explore Tashkent. We start with the Timur Square, which has Hotel Uzbekistan. We go to the top floor and get a bird's eye view. We walk through various places, including the university buildings. There is a Russian building, all that we see. Then we see the arts museum, which is there. We are going to see metro stations, which is part of a World Heritage Site recently declared. So we see many of these monuments. We pay our homage to Shastri ji, who passed away in Tashkent. And post lunch, we are going to see the oldest Quran in the world and go for some shopping to Chorshu Bazaar. Yeah. After all this, we are going to have a farewell dinner before leaving. So to give you an orientation, this is the station where you come to. This is the hotel where you are going to be. This is the central area, the Timur Park. This is the Hazrat Imam complex. This is the Chorshu Bazaar. And this is the airport. Yeah, so this gives you an idea. One second. Okay. And after farewell dinner, we catch a late night flight and early morning we reach Mumbai. Yeah. So in terms of World Heritage Sites, you have Ichan Kala in Khiva, the fortress which I talked about, the historic center of Bukhara. We are going to go to Samarkand, the Western Tian Shan Mountains, which are near to Tashkent, the overall Silk Route that you are going to go on, and now this year the modern architecture of Tashkent. So 6 out of 8 World Heritage Sites in the country we are covering. The other World Heritage Sites are very difficult to go to, so we are not going to go there. When it comes to food, we give you local food. Vegetarian is not a problem. We'll arrange a vegetarian food for you. But Jain is difficult. Yeah. Purposely, some meals are not included because we recommend that you go out, explore, make friends. and we recommend, though especially for vegetarians, we'll recommend which dish to order where. Yeah. So, and each city has their own speciality, right? So example, there are dill flavored noodles in Khiva, so you should try them. Yeah, you get them in non-veg and veg versions both. Similarly, you get meat which is kept in grape juice for a long time for to make it succulent, and then they do a tandoor out of it. Yeah. So all these should be, or the local naan which is there, or sambusa which is there. So all these things you should be experimenting with. Yeah. Authentic shopping, we are taking you to places where you will get real stuff, not China made mal. While in shrines, make sure that your shoulders, knees, heads are covered. Sun protection, of course, don't, just because it's a colder country doesn't mean that you don't need sun protection. We actually give you an entire checklist of what you should be carrying with you. How much will it cost you? So we have something which is known as the ranking system. Earlier you book, yeah, better it is, right? So this is the ladder which is there. So if you are sharing a room with somebody, then it's going to cost you 1399. So 1399 into 97 as a conversion rule is 135 lakh, and 1.35 lakh. Add to that a 5% GST and a 2% TCS, it comes to 145. Uh, Plus air tickets, 50 to 65,000. If you book in advance, it's 50,000. Plus e-visa, which is at 20 US dollars, and insurance for 800 to 1,000 depending upon what your age is. Now, if you don't book in time and if you are a high rank, yeah, booking amount for this is 35,000. It jumps to 1599, which means you're going to pay 20,000 extra. Yeah, almost 21,000 extra for not booking in time. If you are single, then this is what it is going to cost you: 1.76 lakhs plus tickets, plus visa, plus insurance, right? Booking amount remains the same, and it jumps to 899. So another 21,000 extra you will have to give if you don't book on time, right? We have a facilitation fee. Those who want to, not compulsory, those who want, we are selling you the land package. If you want us to book your flight tickets, visa, and insurance, then we charge a 3,000 rupees facilitation fee inclusive of GST, 18% GST. Yeah. You feel really rich when you are in Uzbekistan because $1 gives you almost 12,000 local currency. Yeah. Suddenly you are paying a lakh of rupees while shopping. Lakh of som makes you feel very rich. Yeah. It's almost, for every rupee you get 125 local soms. Yeah. So it's quite a pleasure just carrying that cash which is there. How much cash to carry? Meals, 5 to 15 per person, depending upon where you're drinking, where you're having. Tips, it's going to be $6 per person per day. And 7 days, so about 42. So you just hand over 40 somewhere in between to tour manager who will distribute it. These tips go to your hotel people, it goes to your restaurant people who serve you, it goes to the guide which is there, and the driver which is there. So all that, you don't have to worry about giving tips at various places. We have taken care. When it comes to shopping, 100 to 400, but of course there is no upper limit, and another $200 for emergency. So this is the kind of cash you need to carry. Better to carry it on a international currency card which is there. Health consideration, 10,000 steps. Okay. On many days you will be end up walking 10,000 steps, so you have to be fit enough to do this. Weather will be great, so you won't get tired. There is no heat, there is no sweating, so it will be a pleasure to walk, but you should practice. If you don't have the habit, either don't book or start practicing from now if you want to travel with us. Yeah. But we tend to sell off very quickly. The previous Uzbekistan trip was sold out. Yeah. And hence would recommend to do a fastest finger first. Yeah. On 15th of August, it will be rank one for everybody till midnight. Yeah. From now till then, bookings are already open. Book yourself, don't keep it at the last moment because it might get sold out. um, After 12 midnight on when you are on 16th of August, then whatever rank is applicable, which means if 15 people have already booked and you are rank 16, your rank after that is not 2 because all of them have got 1. Your rank is 16 and you pay for rank 16, right? Happy to take any questions. Before that, Parvez, if you have done with, if you can unmute yourself, please introduce yourself so others can hear you. Can you?
Hi, hi, hi.
Hmm.
So thank you, Bharat, for the very nice introduction, which I heard. I mean, it was a little more complimentary than necessary. So I have been with Khaki and Bharat since 2020. As
Hmm.
soon as I retired from my previous job and had nothing to do, Khaki filled that void, and it has been a pleasure throughout. Okay. Uh, and of course, when internationals opened up, I was the first one to put my hand up and was lucky enough to be selected. I've taken a couple of tours to Azerbaijan before. I've been to Uzbekistan last year, and I'm looking forward to being with you guys. I hope that you are people who would like to eat out, drink, have fun, because then you're going to be with the best company ever. That's me.
Great. And out of all countries that have traveled till now, Uzbeki people love Indians the most.
Oh yes, they do. Oh yes. Oh yes.
So,
They'll sing Hindi songs, Raj Kapoor songs. I mean, they are nice people, basically.
and they'll take photograph as if, the way it happens
I
at
know.
Gateway of India.
Yeah,
At
I
Gateway
know.
of India, when Firangs are accosted to take photographs, same thing you can
I
expect
know. I know. I know.
in
Anyway.
Bukhara and Samarkand, where local people come and request you, can I take a selfie with you? That's how much they love Indians. And Jimmy Jimmy is their national song. Okay,
It's
great.
fun. I hope to see you all in October.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Yeah. So any questions? Happy to take any questions. You can either put it in the chat box or unmute yourself and ask one by one. Happy to take all the questions which are there.
Hey Bharat, this is Ashish. Um, uh, is there a reason we are not doing the Fargana Valley?
Fargana, okay. As a group tour, it's very difficult to do Fargana because buses don't go. Yeah. So everybody will have to be put into four each, actually three each in a vehicle, go through the pass. The only way you can go by bus, all people together, is you have to enter Tajikistan and then re-enter Uzbekistan because the pass is very narrow. There is very little that survives in Fargana from a historical perspective. Most people would like to go and see because Babar comes from Fargana, but there is very, very little that remains from that era. Even there's a modern museum which hardly has anything there. Yeah. In terms of natural beauty, yes, certainly. That is the rice bowl or the bread basket of Uzbekistan, very fertile area, and everything comes from there. But there's hardly anything. Yeah, and at times there are Islamist, protest and things like that. So that is a bit of a not so safe area of Uzbekistan as compared to rest of Uzbekistan. So that's the reason we are not doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, Sandeep. Sandeep has said, when does Mumbai Tashkent flight open for booking? Not able to see them as of now. I agree. Even we are in touch with Uzbekistan Airways, and they should open anytime soon. So after a particular date, it is not there, but they are usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So with that in mind, we have blocked this Tuesday. So it will open up. They are
Are
having
credit cards
internal
accepted?
issues, some issues regarding that. That's the reason. Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry,
Ashish.
Bharat, quick question. Are credit cards accepted or do we have to carry the Uzbek?
Credit cards are very much accepted. There are in Khiva, there might be one or two places, smaller shops or something where they might insist on cash. But other than that, everywhere I have used my international currency card, and it has worked fine. People have used credit cards. There are ATMs in most of the places around where we are staying, so not a problem. Yeah.
and
So
and for on the average for meals, like give us a sense what should we budget? Like what is the cost?
$5 to $10. Unless until you're going to drink a lot, then it will go to $15. So $5 to $10 is what you should expect per person. So not more
All
than.
the breakfasts are included.
Yeah, breakfast are all included. Except on the first day because you are landing only at you are landing there at 4 o'clock in the evening. So first day breakfast is not there. But other than the rest, all the days breakfast is included. Last day
Okay.
dinner is included. Other dinners are not included. Yeah. So anybody
That's
else?
fine.
No,
Is
there
there
was
a visa?
something in your brochure, sorry,
Yeah.
which said that if you don't have enough people, it will be cancelled or it will go without a Khaki Tours guide. It will be like so I was a little kind of taken aback by that, that something
No,
was
no, 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 no. I'll tell you, less than 8 people, we it is not viable for us to do it. So if it has 8 people, we'll send you. Else we'll refund you the entire money.
okay.
Yeah. Anything else? Happy to take
What is
questions.
you said the visa is just electronic, you apply electronically
Yeah,
and
yeah,
get.
yeah. It's online. It comes in 3 to 4 days, I think so. Max a week. Not a issue. Visa is very easy unless until only once we had some website problem, people who booked at the last moment and we struggled with the visa. Other than that, visas are very easy. They come. Should not be an issue.
Okay. My wife is a vegetarian, but with an additional thing that she does not have anything with eggs and all because of religious constraints.
Yeah, yeah.
Will that
So
be a big issue?
yeah. No, no, no. As long as you don't want Jain is very difficult to determine. For them to explain
Mm.
it is difficult. Veg is
Right.
very easy because a
Okay.
lot of Westerners are also now becoming vegetarian or vegan. So that is
Mm.
not an issue.
Fine.
Yeah. So vegetarian is not a problem.
What are
Veg-
the visa requirements for a US persons? I
I
mean,
don't think so. It's the same e-visa only, not a problem at all.
okay.
Yeah.
There's
We
nothing
can,
like a
you can
visa.
just apply directly online, not a problem at all. You just have to upload a few documents. Nothing complicated, and it comes within a maximum a week's time. So that's not an issue at all.
Is there anything?
Sorry.
Sorry, is there anything like if you have a valid US visa, then it is easier to get this visa? It's kind of
As
instant, like,
nobody who has traveled more than 100 people have traveled with us to Uzbekistan. No, nobody's visa has been rejected to date.
okay, fair.
So this is not like
Okay.
Turkey or anything. Very less magajmari. Very easy to get.
Okay. Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay. Deepak just asked you about vegetarian food. So
Yeah.
all your hotels definitely provide some vegetarian stuff, right?
Yes.
All right. All right.
Not an issue at all. Yeah.
I think we were the first two people to pay up. So on the day that you announced it. So
Okay.
We know a lot about how meticulous Khaki Tours are. And
Yeah.
we're very excited to be going with Khaki.
Sure,
Let's
sure.
hope this is a great experience. Let's hope this is a beginning for us to many more.
Certainly. There are people who have traveled to 7 countries with us. Yeah. That
Wow.
says,
That speaks a lot.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
All
To
right.
the extent
Great.
somebody, because we were not doing Japan, somebody went to Japan and came back disgusted and said, now if I travel for pleasure, then I'll only travel with khaki.
With
Yeah.
Khaki. Lovely. Lovely. What a compliment. What a nice compliment.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. If any more questions, feel free to get in touch with the official number which is there. Ashish or Swanand will be there to take your queries. Happy to take this forward. Looking forward. And that's me and Parvez signing off. Yeah.